We're in North Scottsdale. Pinnacle High School is the site of one of the great matchups here in the early season. It's week 3 of the Gridiron Campaign as the Hamilton Huskies take on the Pinnacle Pioneers, a pair of undefeated teams. And a pleasant good evening to everybody. Welcome to Pinnacle High School. We're in Scottsdale, Arizona, as we welcome you into Hamilton Huskies football. Tonight, the 2-0 Hamilton Huskies taking on the 2-0 Pioneers. And alongside the Hall of Famer Joe Kersting, I'm Jeff Lowery. Welcome to APM Video Sports. Hamilton coming off a very impressive victory last week at the hands of the Brophy Broncos, a blowout win. Steve Bellis' team looking very good, 105-9 in his career at Hamilton. They have won, of course, 7 state championships as they get set to enter the field. This Pinnacle team, they've really turned things around under Dana Zupke. They're 2-0, as I said. They went to the quarterfinals last year, and a pretty good 2 programs going head-to-head here tonight.
Well, Hamilton's been the class of the state of Arizona for many years now. Coach Bellis, since he's taken over, second to none in terms of his record and a number of state championships. But Pinnacle's got a quality program. I get a chance to coach against them in passing league over the years, and they have lots of good athletes, lots of strength and speed, and there'll be a good battle between these 2 teams tonight.
Well, you got some very talented players on both sides. Hamilton, of course, the 2 quarterbacks, James Zazinski and Lockhart. Big weeks last week as you look at the team captains, led by Tristan Vance, number 7, the outstanding center Grant Johnston, 54, James Zazinski, the quarterback, number 8, and number 9. One of the hard hitters on that defensive front wall, the 240-pounder Caleb Peart. You would imagine that this game here tonight is going to be a high-scoring game.
Well, absolutely. You got explosive athletes on both offensive units, plus excellent offensive line play. And when you get excellent offensive line play, you get quarterbacks and skill players a chance to make plays in the open field. That means points on the board.
So the stage is set. It's the Pinnacle Pioneers 2-0, the Hamilton Huskies 2-0. We'll be back with the exciting play-by-play in just a moment. Reserve your next sporting event today with APM Video Sports. Call 623-936-5585 or go to our website at apmvideo.com. Our athlete recruitment films have paved the way to over $35 million in scholarship offers. APN is Arizona's leader in sports video coverage. Back at Pinnacle High School alongside Joe Kersting, Jeff Lowery, APM Video Sports. And a high end-over-end kick. This ball is going to be fielded by Hamilton back at the 10-yard line and out of bounds near the 30 on the return, belonging to Johnny Bailey, one of the skill position players. And Hamilton will come out a good front wall. Collins, Belante, Johnson in the middle at center, and on the right side, the guard Hayes and the tackle Ward. James Zazinski, a quarterback, 224 yards on 10 of 15. One to go for the long ball there, and he's going to be brought down, loses the ball, but Hamilton recovers near the original line of scrimmage.
Well, that's what you'd call a coverage sack, Jeff. He had plenty of time. The offensive line did a nice job, but he kept scanning the field, couldn't find an open receiver, and the strip tackle forced the fumble. They were fortunate to get that ball back.
Well, the defense for the Pinnacle Pioneers are led by Kevin Higgins up front. Kelly Higgins, excuse me, a 6', 220-pound senior. So Hamilton from their own 29-yard line. Very first possession of the game, of course, no score. They run the option, toss pitch at left. Here's Johnson going to work, and he's going to be very close to a first down. He was pushed out of bounds near the Hamilton 40-yard line by Owen Sumner.
Very popular play these days, the speed option out of the spread formation with 3 wide receivers able to block down the field, and a nice job by Johnson on the pitch.
So a gain of 12. They come out throwing, and Brandon Kersilik, one of the top wide receivers in the state of Arizona, and that's another Hamilton first.
Well, I like the timing on that play. Zazinski did not hesitate. He made the quick fake to the tailback, and he hit his nice wide receiver on the slant route to pick up that first down.
So from the 47-yard line inside Pinnacle territory, first possession of the game, no score, quick handoff straight up the middle. That goes to Rico Tipton, who we saw a lot last week from, and he picks up maybe 4 yards on the play, and it looked like he threw a punch there. Apparently he got tangled up, so brings up a 2nd down and 7. We're just underway. Zazinski out of the pistol, and he is going to fake the inside handoff and that option keep, and he's got the first down.
Well, that looks like the play that the San Francisco 49ers have made famous with Colin Kaepernick. They fake the dive inside. They bring a lead blocker from the backfield in front of the quarterback, and he keeps it on the edge of the defense. A nice gain for a first down.
6th play of the drive, 1st down and 10 from the 36. Scoreless tie here, first quarter action. Handoff, running right, good blocking ahead, but then, well, Pinnacle made the play on defense. 88 got in there, Connor Larson, after a short yardage gain down to the 34.
Well, Jeff, that's an old school play we call the buck sweep. It's old wing tee football that you'll see from Hamilton from time to time, and they did a nice job on that one.
Single setback, quick slant pattern, and one of the rare times you're going to see Brandon Kersilik drop the ball near the 25.
Well, Sosinski was under center and ran the same slant route they completed earlier in the drive, but this time he was under center, took a quick 3-step drop, put it on the money. You won't see Kersilik do that often.
And they're going to go right back to him, same exact play, and he's going to be wrapped up near the 25-yard line. They gain 9, and that should be enough for the first down, and it is.
Well, I like that strategy from Coach Bellis. Come back to the player, show him you got confidence in his ability to catch the slant. Does it. Nice throw and completion, and first down.
So a fresh set of downs for Hamilton. 9th play of the drive. Johnson gets the call here, breaks a tackle in the backfield, slicing his way up to the 20-yard line, and finally wrestled down near the 19. 5-yard pickup.
Well, decent job by the left side of the offensive line. They got some movement. Johnson was able to take that ball, stretch it a little bit, and pick up a nice 5-yard gain. That's what you want on first down. If you can pick up 5, make it 2nd and 5, it keeps the entire playbook open for the quarterback.
Collins and Belante on that front wall on that left side. They screen it out to their primary weapon, and he gets dropped for a loss. Outstanding job by Connor Larson of Pinnacle. And talking about the great start of Kyler Burke, 420 yards from scrimmage already.
Well, that was a heck of a break on the ball by Larson. I wasn't sure if they called that an incomplete pass or not, but it looks like they marked it right there.
So now Zazinski pump fakes, looking right, now takes off with it, and he is going to be wrapped up near the 15-yard line.
Well, they were trying to set up a little pump fake to the wide receiver, see if they can get the corner to bite again and then go deep. But great job by Pinnacle staying in coverage.
That was a good play there by Zazinski. He was completely engulfed there and found a way to get it to a 4th and 1. And now Johnson taking care of business, running that one over A-gap right, and he's got the first.
Well, Coach Bell showed great confidence in his offensive line and running back there. 4th and 1, could have obviously lined up to kick the field goal, but really felt like they had a great chance to knock out that first down.
Goal to go from the 8. This has been a nice, long, sustained drive for Hamilton. Option pitch. Tipton gets the call, and he is inside the 5.
Well, Jeff, that's that same play they ran earlier in the drive, this time to the right side, but they like running into a trips formation, and when you do that, that puts you with a great chance to outflank the defense with those 3 wide receivers in position to block the perimeter of the defense.
Alexander Ward on that right tackle position doing a fine job. Here's the handoff, and Johnson is going to be stopped cold. Good Pinnacle goal line defense led by Trey Casey and, well, the young man at the bottom of the heap, Kyle Van Gorp.
Well, Van Gorp got great penetration on that play. That Pinnacle won the line of scrimmage on that down.
And bearing back after the initial hit was Ari Johnson, and he is into the end zone. A 2-yard touchdown run, and Hamilton draws first blood.
Well, the Huskies' offensive line won the line of scrimmage that time, especially the left side of the line. They zone blocked to the right. They were able to knock the defenders past the center, and Johnson saw the crease back to the backside and stuck it in the end zone.
Talented kicker in Dylan Brown, the junior kicker, and his extra point attempt is no good. I hope I didn't jinx him on that one. 6-0 Hamilton, a 14-play, 71-yard drive that encompasses over 6 minutes of clock, 6:20 to be exact. For Sillick to kick off, and he lines this one all the way down to the 4-yard line, and that's where Pinnacle will return it. And this is Adam Turner, and Turner a nice return. Looks like they marked him out of bounds somewhere around the 30-yard line. So Adam Turner on the return, and our first look at the defense led by a young man, number 93, Garrett Rand, who has started all 3 of his seasons here at Hamilton, starting with his freshman year. And he gets in on that tackle, but actually credit number 51 with the play in Ramiro Rubio. Second down from the 32-yard line. And our first look at Brian Lewerke, who is one of the most highly touted quarterbacks, throwing to the near side. And Pinnacle's going to be close to a first down. Morris Chroma in the vicinity, along with Mayberry.
Well, you can see why Lewerke is so highly touted. He's got the quick release, and the athleticism and quick release are what the college coaches are looking from a quarterback these days. Can he be a dual threat with the feet and get the ball quickly out of his hands?
He's completed 56% of his passes this year. He will hand off straight up the middle, getting a decent push here with David DeSilva on the defense pushing back the other way. And they get a couple of yards on the play with their primary target running back in Nick Ferreira. Second down, we got motion on this play.
I'm sure that's going to be on the offensive line. Both offensive tackles win a count too early, and it's going to be a 5 yards against Pinnacle.
Talking about Brian Lewerke, according to Max Preps, he's already committed to Michigan State. He comes in, he has thrown for 300 yards, completed 56% of his passes, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, stays cool under the blitz, and dumps it off to the near side where Morris Chroma in on another tackle, along with Hamilton's leading tackler, Tristan Vance. And going to that safety valve again in Nick Ferreira.
Well, Jeff, I don't think that was a design play, and obviously Lewerke, like you said, showed great composure and was able to get a little shovel pass to his running back.
3rd down and 4, and he rifles one in there complete inside Hamilton territory near the 43-yard line, and he hooks up with Aaron Rowland.
That's your basic curl route run by Rowland, and a beautiful throw by Lewerke. He had nice time, stood in the pocket, and drilled the ball right in there.
And now you talk about a two-way player, and he takes off with it that time, but David DeSilva, a potential all-state, at least all-conference type linebacker, was in there to make the stop, 1-yard pickup.
Well, I think the Huskies read the formation that time. The running back had cheated up in front of the quarterback to become a lead blocker, and I'm going to guess that they had a pretty good key that was going to be a quarterback run led by the running back.
Second down, Lewerke with time, and he fires to the near side, and that ball is going to be caught. That was a pretty spectacular catch. Aaron Rowland, even though the Hamilton defense was trying to claim that was an incomplete pass, moved the chains. So they're down to the 31, 10-yard pass play. Lewerke calls his own number, comes in, and he fumbles the ball, but it looks like Pinnacle's going to recover. I was going to say he is coming into today's game 130 yards rushing this year on top of the 300 passing yards.
That was a great hit by number 44 for the Huskies. I believe that's Sienna, and he really put his hat on the ball and knocked it loose.
Now they run the trap play to the near side and pick up a couple of yards. They lost a yard on the fumble, but they go back to Nick Ferreira, and he picks up about 4 yards on the play.
Well, this is the key play of this possession. We got 3rd and about 7 or 8. They've got a nice drive moving. Can they convert and move the chains?
Well, they moved it up to about the 26-yard line, so 3rd and about 6. Lewerke looks left and now fires towards the corner of the end zone, and it was deflected away at the last instant by Braxton Banaszewski, the free safety junior.
Well, Banaszewski made a great break on that throw, getting his hand on the ball just at the last second to knock it away.
Well, the penalty is going against Pinnacle. That's going to bring up a 4th down situation here. Penalty was declined. So 4th and 6. You could see Lowery really checking down well on that last play, and he fired a nice pass, but it was good coverage. And now on 4th and 6, he's in trouble, flushed out of the pocket, fires incomplete, and he had an open receiver at the 5.
That was a great job again by the secondary for the Hamilton Huskies. Lowery had plenty of time to look for his receiver front side. Nothing was there. He came back to the receiver on the backside, and he was open, but under duress, trying to make that throw at the last second.
So Hamilton's second possession. Their first, they went 14 plays, 71 yards for a touchdown, and Zazinski going down one of the few times that he has been sacked this year, and that's the second time that this defense has gotten in there.
Had a great job that time by Kelly Higgins, the defensive end. He was able to penetrate and hit Zazinski for a big loss.
Harris Scoville may have been in on that tackle too for the loss. The quarterback sacked, 2nd and long. Hamilton in trouble, and Zazinski wisely throws it into the turf. He had a receiver, one of his running backs in the area, and tempted. So the sack, they lost 3 yards on the play, and now 3rd and 13. James back to pass, 6'7", right-handed throwing quarterback. He finds Kersting, and that's up to the 42-yard line. He got about 5 yards after the catch, and that'll be enough for the first down.
Well, great route combination there by the Huskies. Kersting got to the stakes, well past the stakes, was able to uncover, show his numbers to the quarterback, and Zazinski put it right on target for the first down. That's a big play because field position would have been huge in Pinnacle's favor if they could have kept Hamilton backed up.
So Zazinski running that option, and here is Kyler Burke, and man, did Kyler get really nailed on that one. Connor Larson in the tackle, no gain on the play, and that's the end of quarter number 1. 6-0 Hamilton. We'll be back. Welcome back to Pinnacle High School, along with Joe Kersting, Jeff Lowery, APN Video Sports, and our website, apnvideo.com. A 6-0 lead for Hamilton. A 2-yard run from Ari Johnson, their primary running back this year, and now facing 2nd down and 10. Zazinski will hand off, and here's Burke going to work. They leads all Hamilton Huskies in yards from scrimmage this year, and he weaves his way up to the 47.
Well, that's that old wing T sweeper we were talking about a little earlier in the game, and this time they did it out of a wide receiver positioning, motioned that man into the backfield and handed him the ball to sweep on the left side.
Chip Hansen, number 12, in there as a receiver. Now they send Kersting and Burke far to the opposite side of the field. Let's see if the play goes over there. He rolls out Zazinski, that is, the quarterback, and finds Kersting, and he dropped the ball, the second drop of the day. And again, you don't see that very often out of the senior wideout.
Well, this makes a dilemma for Coach Bellis. He's got a 4th down and 4. The ball's in his own territory. Might he go for it on 4th down here? Looks like he's bring the punter on the field, but this is where you got to be alert for any kind of a gadget play or fake punt.
Well, Kersting is back to punt with the line of scrimmage at the Hamilton 48-yard line. Averages over 40 yards a kick this year. Might be angling this one towards the near side. Let's see. And he does, but unfortunately he got it into the end zone, a touchback. I'll tell you what, not bad. That was a 52-yard punt, maybe 53 in the air.
Yeah, he boomed that ball, that's for sure. That guy's got a big leg, and I'll be anxious to watch him as the season progresses, see if he still shows that kind of a potential as a punter. Because they like those college programs, they love those punters with the long legs and big receiving range.
So Pinnacle takes over on downs, and here's Lowery going to work, one of their top rushing personnel here this year. He gets pushed out of bounds over there by David De Silva, number 5.
Great job by the quarterback there. Play broken down. He was able to take off and pick up a nice game with his athleticism.
From the 37, he comes out throwing, and Morris Croma, the ball was caught, and he stripped the ball away. And that'll be a fumble. I don't think they're going to rule that an interception, and the senior defenseman comes up with a big-time play.
What a great defensive play. Yeah, that ball was right on target to the slot receiver, and Chroma just stole the ball from him. Didn't get it put away, and obviously, huge play for the Husky offense, setting them up with great field position at the 26.
So a short field for Steve Bellis and his Hamilton Huskies. Kersting, he will give to Burke. He has not gotten off the schneid yet, and now is going to be close to a first down as his run gets him inside the red zone.
Well, they went empty backfield that time and put number 4 in motion, and that was a great job by him of finding the cutback lane by Kyler Burke, and man, he showed some great cutting ability on that play.
So second down in short yardage. Zizinski, are they going to go back to that play? No, James is going to call his own number. And that 6'7" frame, he just dives ahead. He was hogtied, brought down by Jonathan Hebness.
Well, that's exactly right. They tried to set up the same look as the previous play and ride that Kyler's belly on the wide play, and then the quarterback keeps it between the tackles.
So Zizinski now under center, attempting the single setback, 3rd down and 1, and a good effort there by Tipton. Nowhere to go on the edge. Found just a small crease and cutting it back, and enough for the first.
Yeah, really nice job by the offensive line again there, just getting a stalemate. But you said it exactly right. Rico Tipton really did it with great vision and cutting ability.
Had a good game last week against Brophy. And a surprising blowout win over the Broncos, and Zizinski loses his footing. But that's just good defense. Trey Casey was in the vicinity along with Kelly Higgins.
Yeah, they really didn't execute that play real well. Looked like there was a little bit of confusion in the backfield, but like you said, great job by the Pinnacle defense of recognition and keeping leverage on the football.
Actually, the 3rd quarterback sack of the night. We haven't seen that this year. Zizinski play action. He fires to Kersting, and he's going to be out of bounds. He makes the catch at the 1, and just before he reached the pylon. That's enough for the first down. It's goal to go from inside the 2.
Well, I think they called it a touchdown.
Yeah, call it a touchdown.
My word. I didn't think Kersting got his feet in the end zone, but he must have reached the ball over that pylon before he stepped out of bounds. Great job by the wide receiver.
So Kersting from 15 yards out by James Zizinski on the throw. Dylan Brown, who missed his first extra point attempt, out of the hold of Lockhart, and he missed his second one. So again, we're seeing a few things that we don't normally see here tonight, but with 9 minutes left to go here in quarter number 2, Hamilton leads it 12-0.
Well, that was a great job by Hamilton of converting after the turnover. You know, turnovers just crush drives and they stop drives. And when a team like Hamilton gets that ball with a short field after a turnover, they're going to score most of the time. And that's why they've been one of the top teams every year. And a great job of play calling by Coach Bellis and excellent execution by Zizinski and Kersting on that last pass play.
Kersting with a line drive kick, and that one goes about 3 yards beyond the back of the end zone. And a touchback. And by rule here in high school, that will be automatically placed at the 20-yard line. There's a good look at Brandon Kersting.
You think Brandon's won a few punt, pass, and kick contests in his day?
I would imagine.
Haven't seen him throw yet, but the punt and the kick are awfully good.
So now you got Pinnacle down 12. They've given up a couple of touchdowns, but because of the extra point misses, they have a chance, if they can get on the board here, get a couple of touchdowns, they could take the lead. Second down on the call here, and Lowery, he fooled everybody on that one. And so many times I've heard Steve Bellis, they have a thing here, Coach, where if you fake the camera guy out at Hamilton, you get Gatorade or some reward. And I think maybe Steve Bellis owes Lowery a free Gatorade.
A little reinforcement for the opposition quarterback. That was an awesome fake by Lowery and the running back.
They come out Lowery again, and He is up to the 45, gains 5 on that play after picking up the first down on a 17-yard run before.
Not quite as good a fake that time, and you don't get quite as good results, do you?
No, and no Gatorade. So second down, 2nd and 6 here. Hamilton with a 12-0 lead as Lowery showing off that great arm, and that ball was out of bounds as he was trying to hook up with Adam Turner, and Banaszewski was in the vicinity on coverage.
Well, Turner's got that nice long wingspan right there, about 6'2", and he nearly made a miraculous one-handed catch on the sideline.
He sure did. So now 3rd down. Big play here in the ball game, more so for Pinnacle as they trail 12-0. Lowery pump fakes, fires deep down the middle, and it was broken up again by Banaszewski. Good defensive play by the junior free safety.
Well, Lowery broke one of my 4 rules of quarterbacking. Never late down the middle. There's almost always a free safety lurking back there, and Banaszewski was there in great coverage, and Lowery was lucky that didn't get picked off.
McGuire back at his own 30-yard line, averaging 33.5 yards a kick this year. Hamilton bringing everybody on this one, and the punt is away. Takes a Pinnacle roll, and it's going to go all the way down to about the 26-yard line. So not a very big punt that time, but it'll go for about 31 yards. 7:24 left to play here. First half action, Hamilton with a 12-0 lead. With 7:24 left to play here, and Zuzinski back out. He has played in each of the every down so far. We haven't seen Lockhart yet. And as they go to a quick dive play over center, pick up a couple of yards.
Well, that's a play that Coach Bellis keeps coming back to, and we used to call that body blows. You just want to hit them right up the middle and make the defense play honest so that you can get some better yardage on the perimeter.
Now Zuzinski fakes that little fly sweep. He's going for a home run ball, and he had Kersilik wide open at the 40 and just overthrew him incomplete.
Well, beautiful post corner route by Kersilik. He had 2 or 3 strides on the DB, and unfortunately for Hamilton, Zuzinski overthrew his receiver.
They send Burke in motion, 3rd down and long, 3rd and 8. Zuzinski in the pocket and lofts one deep to Kersilik again, and he almost made a circus catch, but it was out of bounds.
Well,
see a punt unit out here on 4th and long.
Yeah, it looks like we're going 3 and out for the first time tonight for the Huskies, and great job by the Pinnacle defense, and see if they can get a good return and good field position.
Kersilik, as we mentioned, averaging right around 41 yards a punt this year. Stands back inside his own 20-yard line. And he lays into this one. A pretty good punt. He gets the favorable roll. It'll be returned at the 22-yard line, and good coverage there on special teams. Is that the center, Grant Johnston? And it is. 54 got in there. How many times do you see your starting center come all the way down 55 yards downfield to make a tackle on special teams?
Well, nice job by Johnson, but another nice job by Kersilik on a directional punt. He really was attempting to keep that ball to the short side.
Pinnacle comes out firing complete, and Rose gets his first catch of the evening, move the chains, and that's a first down to the 45. 20 yards on that pass play. First down and 10. They go back to the ground attack. This is Ferreira, and they're starting to open up some space. And Ferreira, of course, that may have been predicated on the previous play and the completed pass.
Well, nice job by the offensive line. They zone block to the left. Ferreira found the cutback, and they're running the same play, and this time he bounces it.
And Ferreira's inside the Hamilton 30, running off tackle left. Morris Croma wrapped him up. I think he got tripped up before that by Tristan Vance. Another first down to the 29. Quick pass and off the fingertips of Anthony Vaughn, incomplete. They bring up second down.
Well, Jeff, those 2 previous plays, they're zone blocking to the left. And the great advantage of zone blocking is that a good running back with vision will find the crease. Sometimes they bounce it, sometimes they cut it back. Looks like they're setting it up across the middle.
Well, the pressure was too late, and Lowery made Hamilton pay for it. Completed pass at the Husky 15-yard line, and that was Jaramillo.
Jaramillo found the crease in the middle of the defense and was able to get open for the quarterback.
Well, a no-huddle offense, and Nick Ferreira continues to pound his way down, but there is a flag on the field. This will most likely be against the offense. Well, personal foul face mask. Sorry about that.
Well, that's a big penalty to give Pinnacle a chance to put themselves in scoring position. They're going to be first and goal now at the 8-yard line. We'll see what their offensive approach is with the short field here. They got two backs in the backfield.
Lowery, and back to Nick Ferreira. And did he get into the end zone? Yep, he's going to be wrapped up near the 2, a 5-yard pickup by Ferreira.
Well, I figured they might go to more of a power run game, and here they are in a two-back set again, the first time Lowery's under center.
Ferreira gets the call, and Hamilton rising to the occasion with good goal line defense. Getting low, getting high that time. Third and goal, excuse me. And they go back to the well. Looked like he may have got the touchdown, and he did.
Well, he didn't get in by much. It was an off-tackle play that a lead back hitting up in and to block the linebacker, but pretty good job by the Huskies, but they were able to just squeak into the end zone.
Now the extra point attempt by McGuire is good, so we got a new ball game here, Coach Kersting. 12-7, Hamilton leads it, but you get the sense that maybe the Pioneers have a bit of the momentum in their favor.
Well, that's a really nice drive they got put together there, but obviously aided by that personal foul face mask penalty, which put them goal to go on the 8-yard line.
Looks like Kersilik back to receive along with J.J. Parson and Burke. This is Parson, actually now it's Morris Chroma back there. They switched him up and I looked away, and he's across the 30 to the 32.
Well, this is where a little bit of character time for the Huskies. Giving up their first score. They're only up 5 points here, and when you're up less than a score and you don't have to worry about extra points, that puts you in a position where you need to put more points on the board.
Hamilton will start at their own 33-yard line, and the quarterback is going to be dropped as Travis Lockhart is now in there, a talented. They've been kind of the platoon quarterbacking here, mainly Zazinski, but Lockhart's been very good, but he is going to be sacked, and that is the 4th quarterback sack of this first half against Hamilton. On play action, second down, Lockhart comes out firing, tried to hook up with Kersilik, incomplete.
Well, that's the old wing T bootleg pass play. Quarterback fakes the sweep to the short side. He bootlegged out to the wide field looking for his crossing route receiver, but there was nobody open, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Huskies.
Attempting the single setback in Hamilton's formation here. Lockhart, his first possession of the game, comes out, steps up, fires to the near side, caught at the 42 by Kersilik, and he breaks away. Heading towards the end zone, he will go unabated as he finds the end zone. What a pass play of 68 yards.
Well, you talk about a momentum killer right there. It's looking like Pinnacle's going to get off the field, 3 and out. They just had scored a touchdown, but the Huskies come up with a big play to break their back and obviously put the momentum back in their favor in this first half.
Well, give some credit to this offensive front line. Even though they've given up 4 quarterback sacks today, they provided plenty of protection that time, led by number 52, Colton Hayes. Dylan Brown in for the extra point. Lockhart the hold. And the extra point, this kid's got a very strong foot. And the left-footed kicker boots one through, making it 19-7 with 3:01 left to go here in the first half.
Well, Jeff, plenty of time still left for Pinnacle to put a drive together and get back on the scoreboard. We'll see what kind of approach they take after the kickoff touchback.
Well, there's another touchback, and that seems to be a regularity for Mr. Kersting.
Well, Jeff, that's a tremendous weapon to have when you've got a guy that can kick off into the end zone consistently like Kersting. And in high school football, obviously, that's an automatic touchback, and they start 80 yards away.
So Pinnacle scoring on their last possession. Come out with a quick screen to Kulish Rose. He dropped the ball. He heard the footsteps, I guarantee, of Jaquan Mayberry, who is, we have only seen 2 varsity games this year. He's been one of the hardest hitting defensive players so far. Lowery creating time with his legs, and he's going to be dropped after a 2-yard pickup by Byram.
Well, Byram was ferocious on that rush. He kept coming. The quarterback stepped up in the pocket. He trailed the quarterback and brought him down for that sack. And now it's 3rd and long for the Pinnacle Pioneers.
Marked him at the 21 as a 1-yard pickup. Lowery stays in the pocket well and almost threw the interception. In the vicinity was Trey Robinson.
Well, Robinson was right there in coverage. It looked like he was going to pick it off. His vertical leap wasn't quite high enough to bring that ball in, but brings up a punting situation for Pinnacle.
Rowland had been their punter this year, but this is McGuire. This is going to be about a 33, 34-yard punt. Fair caught by Chroma, one of the talented, multi-versatile players for Hamilton, number 24 at the 46.
Chroma's an outstanding defensive player, but I bet you he loves when he gets to go back on punt return to get his hands on that ball.
And he did it several times last year. Big kick return, punt returns for touchdown. Now Zazinski, shovel pass to Burke. He dropped the ball, and that's an incomplete pass, bringing up 2nd down and 10.
Well, the referee was on that right away. We used to use the shovel pass back in the day, Jeff, and I always told the referee before the game, now remember, guys, if we don't catch that, that's not a fumble. It's incomplete.
They'll screen it out to Burke. They're trying to get him going. Remember, he has had 2 huge games so far, and he made something out of nothing that time just to his pure speed and quickness.
Well, great defensive reaction by Pinnacle, but an excellent job by Burke making the first man miss to pick up 3 yards on that play. It looked like he might go for a loss. So here's another big situation. 3rd and 7. The clock's running down here in the first half. See what the Huskies can do. See if they can convert.
Zazinski back in at quarterback. And he'll look to his left. He'll look to his right. He will fire to Kersting, complete. He makes the catch at the 39, out of bounds at the 37. Picks up 18 yards and a Hamilton first.
I think I know who Sosinski's favorite receiver is. He wears an 8 and a 0, and he gets open a lot. He's a nice-looking receiver, that Kersting, at 6'2".
Well, you saw Steve Bellis at the bottom of your screen. 105 wins against 9 losses at Hamilton. Back to pass, Zazinski. And he'll fire complete, and this is Burke. And we've seen Burke so many times break that tackle and then goodbye. Good open field tackle there by Liam Castle for Pinnacle.
Well, we talked about Chroma's versatility on defense. Burke is the guy on offense that has a lot of versatility for the Huskies. They give him the ball on the fly sweep. They give him the ball on short routes and intermediate routes. He's a playmaker.
Pick up of 10 yards on that last play. First down. Here's Johnson straight ahead. Just a quick, like you said, that little smash mouth football, and that'll obviously be a play as we have a timeout. And you always say on our broadcast, a lot of times, people will say, well, especially I'll have mom say, why do they just run it straight up the middle like that? And so many times you're setting up the next play. So Zazinski rolls out, throws it into the end zone, and incomplete.
Well, Coach Bellis is disappointed, put it mildly. He's upset after that play because he had a wide-open short receiver, and Sosinski forced that ball into coverage where he had a man wide open in the flat. He catches the ball, probably gets the first down, and gets out of bounds.
Now he's moving left and fires complete to Burke, and it all worked out. He gets 8 yards and a first.
Well, Coach Bellis just flipped the formation and ran the same play to the left and told his quarterback, if the short man's open, throw him the ball, which he did. Great job of coaching. Pretty simple, huh?
Deke Schutz, the offensive coordinator for Hamilton. I think he's been here since day one. And Burke gets the call. And I'll tell you, Kyler has not had as easy of a time breaking loose here tonight as he did the first 2 weeks, where he came up with over 400 yards from scrimmage.
Well, you got to give that Pinnacle defense some credit. They got some big physical guys up front, and to run the ball consistently against Pinnacle is not going to be easy for anybody this year.
Second down at about 3, and Zuzinski looking to the end zone. He's trapped. Now he's going to take off with it. He's inside or up to the 5-yard line. He'll be stood up there. Bellis wants a quick timeout, a 3-yard gain. As we wind down, quarter number 2, 31 seconds on the clock here.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to bring up 3rd and goal at the 4. All right, looks like to me that ball's outside the 5 now. The scoreboard said the 4, but it looks like it's just outside the 5. This will probably be their last shot at trying to get in the end zone and then maybe kick a field goal.
So James will hand off, fly sweep, and inside the 5 it goes. And I believe he got enough for the first down.
Well, actually, the head linesman had his fist up in the air. Coach Bellis is arguing. We don't know what. There it is. They're going to measure right here. But the head linesman originally put his fist in the air, which means it would be 4th down.
I don't know if that. Well, you don't know. And we don't have a very good vantage point here. Yep.
And the head linesman was correct. Usually those guys in stripes do a good job.
Yep.
Not always, but usually they do.
Usually they do, especially the big games like this.
And Coach Bell's going to go for it here. 4th down, little time left on the clock. Let's see what happens.
John Stone, the center, giving to Zuzinski, and Tipton has what appears to be a first down. They're getting a good push. The officials have stopped the clock, and Hamilton has picked up the first down. So a good push up front. And now it's goal to go from just inside the 4. Tipton the single setback. And now they'll spike it. And now they'll stop the clock inside of 20 seconds.
Well, that was a smart play. Well, we got a flag on the play. Let's see what's happening.
Now you can deny that penalty, can't you, if you're the defense?
Yeah, but there's no reason why they would do that in this case because, well, you're right. I guess, yeah, you're absolutely right. They could have made it 2nd and goal instead of 1st and goal at the 9. But with 8 seconds left, how many plays are going to get in anyway?
Absolutely. Now Zuzinski rolls out right, throws into the end zone, yes. And Hamilton has scored. Kyler Burke.
Well, Burke did a great job on that play of pushing the defender back to the back of the end zone, and then he came back on what we call a comeback route, and Sosinski put it right on target. Burke kept his feet in bounds. Huge play for the Huskies right before the half.
That is Burke's 5th touchdown this year from scrimmage. Dylan Brown successful on his last PAT. And successful again here.
Well, Jeff, you talked early at the start of the game about the success of this Husky program. That's a classic example of what great teams do.
Yeah.
They had little time left on the clock. Many teams in that situation might not score at all or might have to settle for a field goal. The Huskies, what do? They score with 3 seconds left to go on the clock.
And that is the way this program has been, even going back to the John Wren days. They never let off that throttle. So enough time to run one more play. We'll run a bit of a counter to Ferreira, and that'll take us to the locker room. Bring out the band. It's halftime. It's all Hamilton, 26-7. We'll be back with the second half on APN in just a moment. A special thanks to our great sponsors like Whiskey Rose, located just south of Jerry Loper Stadium on Ocotillo. Great food and times await you at Whiskey Rose. By Cogburn's award-winning big wings. Check out their Burger Mondays at cogburnsbar.com. Become a part of Arizona's top football program. Get news and information or become a volunteer. Go to HamiltonHuskiesFootball.com. Well, we're getting set to kick off the second half. We're in week 3 of the Gridiron campaign. Both teams, Pinnacle, the host team, 9-3 last year. Hamilton, state champion finalist, 11-3 a season ago. Pinnacle will get the ball. The return belongs to Adam Turner, and they get it up to about the 20-yard line, and we got a flag coming in late.
Well, that's great coverage there by the Hamilton kickoff team to pin them into the short side of the field. And looks like we're going to get a personal foul on Pinnacle, and that really pushes them back to their own 10-yard line.
So they start deep inside their own territory. They'll run this one over the right side and brought down on another good defensive play by Emmanuel Byron. And it looks like they're going to a hurry-up offense here, Coach. 2nd down and 8, Lowery throwing over the middle, incomplete. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
And that's the poorest mechanics I've seen from the rookie so far tonight. His legs were really stiff on that throw and put that ball right into the turf.
So 3rd down and 8. He's back to pass and throws, and it's incomplete. And you put pressure on a quarterback, and really it doesn't matter how good a quarterback is. They tend to become human.
That's a good way of putting it, Jeff. And great pressure from the Hamilton front, and without blitzing, and brings up the 4th down.
Punt is away. Chroma, the senior, trying to get everybody away from the ball. It turns out to be a pretty great punt, about 40, close to 50 yards on the punt, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for Hamilton at their own 42-yard line.
The advantage of field turf, Jeff. Those balls really tend to roll if you get rolling in the right direction.
Toss pitch, Johnson, who sat out a good many plays in that second quarter, is up to the 45-yard line, gain of 3.
What a great advantage to be able to rest your number 1 running back for as long as they did, and then have him come back in later in the game.
Rico Tipton got a lot of calls in that second quarter. Quick pass, little hitch route to Kersting, and he's got a 1st down inside Pinnacle territory.
Well, that's a little combination of a slant and what we call a bubble route, and the outside defender jumped the screen pass to the bubble route, and Kersting sat down like a hitch and was able to get open for that reception.
Well, gain of 10 on that last play. And look at Tipton creating, changing his field of direction. Up across the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, and he is close to the pylon. They're going to mark him out of bounds near the Pinnacle 3-yard line. 42-yard run for essentially your backup running back. So now they're going to try to punch it in. And here's the handoff, and Johnson very close to that end zone, and he's going to be marked down at the 1. Actually, that was Tipton again.
Well, Tipton showed me an acceleration I didn't know he had on that previous run, and they tried to reward him with that last handoff to give him the touchdown.
And they're going to give it right back to him, and they get the push up the middle and into the end zone. His 2nd touchdown of the year, Rico Tipton.
Well, the key play obviously was that great zone play that they ran earlier in the drive, and Tipton made an excellent cutback and showed an acceleration down that far sideline to get them in position to put this thing in the end zone.
So the Hamilton Huskies got penalty marker offsides. Now, a lot of times, Bellis will go for 2 in this situation.
Yeah, well, he's bringing Sosinski back in, and I think you're exactly right, Jeff. So they got the ball on the 1.5-yard line on the left hash. Don't be surprised if we see sprint out to the right.
32-7 is the score. Hamilton going for 2. There you called it. Zazinski throws, and he rifles one into the end zone. And he makes the catch. That's Ari Johnson. And I'll tell you, he had a lot of mustard on that throw, and it's 34-7.
Well, there wasn't a lot of room to put that ball. There were defenders around Johnson, and he put it right on the 1 on his uniform, and Johnson made the good catch for the 2-point conversion.
So the Hamilton Huskies really cruising, and you talk about essentially the last 6+ quarters of play, what they did against I'm not going to talk about O'Connor, the first game of the year, but what they did against perennial powerhouse Brophy and what they have done here tonight, Hamilton looking awfully good, and a lot of the naysayers coming into this season right now, not much to say. Fine defensive play there. That was Jaquan Mayberry, listed at only 175, but I'll tell you, he's one of the hardest hitters on this team.
Well, defensive players, the key for them is their aggressiveness and ability to react to the football, and does a great job there making a good hit.
Second down, and Brian Lewerke heading to Michigan State. And I'll tell you what, the last two games I've seen, he's got the skill set, obviously, but I haven't been real impressed with him, at least against Hamilton.
Well, Hamilton's coverage has been pretty good, solid all night long. They haven't had a lot of wide open receivers, so we'll see how it goes from here on out.
Third down and long, Lewerke to the air. And now steps up, wants to run with the ball, still looking downfield, and in trouble, and he will heave it downfield, incomplete. Almost completed the pass to Adam Turner.
Looks like we got a flag on the play. I'm not sure if they're going to call grounding or against Hamilton.
Wow.
Must have been a roughing the passer call. I couldn't see the signal from the official, but I think that was a roughing the passer, and that's going to give Pinnacle the first down.
That moves him up to the 36. It ends up being a 14-yard penalty. Long pass downfield and not even close. Pretty good coverage there in the defensive secondary for Hamilton.
Well, that was Adam Turner trying to sneak behind the free safety, and a great job staying in coverage.
Second down, Lewerke forced to run the ball. He's got the first down inside Hamilton territory. And there's that hard hit by Mayberry. Came in with the forearm and knocked him down near the 39 of Hamilton.
Well, that's what the scouts like about Lewerke, though, right there. He showed that athleticism under pressure and ability to accelerate through the defense.
So the 25-yard run gives them a first down and 10. They go back to the ground attack here, and a couple of players in on that one was Tristan Vance and Emmanuel Byram, number 98 for Hamilton. Second down and 8 from the 37. Lewerke steps up in the pocket and now fires on the run. And it looked like he short-hopped his intended receiver near the 20. And now they're going to say incomplete. Now the side judge over there, I thought he was saying that was a completed pass, but you got the back judge coming up making the correct call, and it's third down.
Yeah, I didn't see a signal right away, so I was hesitant as well to make a call on that one, and it was the back judge that finally made the call. And Pinnacle's going to take their first time out of the half.
Now we're back here at Pinnacle High School. It is a 34-7 lead for the Huskies. And the throw is broken up, and getting back there in pass coverage was Tristan Vance, the senior, whose father was a great athlete, played at St. Mary's, the same high school that Steve Bellis attended in his playing days here in Arizona. And now fourth down coming up. Lewerke to the air. Throw it over the middle, and he finds a receiver. Kulis Rose, he's still on his feet down inside the 5.
Well, that was a great job by the young quarterback there. Looking off the defense, he was looking to his left the whole way, came back down the middle to Rose and hit him in stride to set up first and goal inside the 5.
Ninth play of the drive, first and goal from the 4-yard line. Handoff, and not much going on there. Well, some solid defense. Ferreira on the carry. Good job on the left side. Mayberry just seems like he's in on about every other tackle. So it's second and goal from the 4. They will give, and Garrett Rand, the outstanding junior, young man who started during his freshman season 2 years ago. And now it is third and goal from the 3.
Yeah, Rand got great penetration on that play and was able to hit the back in the backfield.
11th play of the drive, and into the end zone, touchdown, 3-yard pass, Justin Mandrola.
Well, there was a breakdown in coverage by the Hamilton secondary. Pinnacle ran a stretch zone look to the right side. Quarterback kept the ball. The fullback leaked out into the flat, and there was no defender around him. And touchdown, Pinnacle.
6:01 left to play. Pinnacle scores their second touchdown of the evening and now trail by 20. As they attend the injured player, and that's Morris Croma, and he's going to be all right. He'll afford to lose a player like Croma because, I mean, not only his athleticism, his senior leadership, he had him in stitches up in summer camp this year at the senior summer camp, and Hamilton comes out running the ball. I wonder if the ball came loose. You saw a late hit there by Trey Casey. Came flying in there. That's a dangerous play, not only for Casey himself, but whoever he's going to hit who is on the ground. And a little surprised they didn't call maybe a flag on the play. And Zazinski's going down. That's 5 quarterback sacks, and it's Harris Scoville.
Well, very poor job of protection on that play. Sosinski had no chance. He rode the fullback dive play. He went to throw the play action pass, and before he could ever get the ball up to throw it, he was being hit in the backside.
So now the ball placed back at the 26-yard line. Hamilton with a 34-14 lead inside of 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Back to pass and firing over the middle into what looked to be at least double, maybe triple team coverage, and he could not hook up with Kyler Burke.
Well, I didn't really care for that call on that third and long play. They tried to go with the play action pass. The linebackers weren't biting on 3rd and 11, so they were in great coverage for the slot receiver down the middle, and incomplete pass.
Kersilik in, another punt. And this one is going to be caught near the 40, 36-yard punt with about a 10-yard return. And so the Pioneers will have tremendous starting field position. Temper starting to fly. Jeffrey Aguilar better head over to the sideline. One of the things, Coach, and I've been their play caller up here in the booth for 2003, since 2003, as Pinnacle comes out and Lewerke will come out throwing the ball and completes the pass. And this is Culis Rose, and you can see why they are so high on him. And just like that, a touchdown, and they're right back into the ball game.
Well, Jeff, I was thinking right after that punt and the great field position that I was about to say, this game isn't over. Well, now we know for sure this game isn't over because those Pinnacle Pioneers can score in the blink of an eye with their skill athletes and the great quarterback, and it's now 34-21.
That comes with 4 minutes left to go. I was going to say, I've been here for a long time. I've seen virtually every game this franchise has played in the last 12 years. Hardly ever do you see these guys on Hamilton lose their cool, even when they have every right to lose their cool. And what we saw before that touchdown pass, you just don't see that with a Hamilton program, and I think that goes to the great leadership they have over here.
Well, no question about that. It starts with the administration and then the hiring of a great coach like Steve Bellis, and he's done an awesome job in his time with the Huskies.
Right now, the momentum belongs to the home side. They come out running the ball, and they lose 2 yards on the play. James Zazinski out there now features 2 men behind him in the backfield, and they're going to throw the ball. And they'll throw it over to the far side. The ball's going to be caught. They're going to be kind of close to a first down here. That was Ari Johnson getting the call.
And that's that bootleg pass play where they fake the sweep. They leak the fullback out into the flat. Johnson's open. Nice throw from Sosinski.
Now Zazinski thought he was going to run the option, and he's going to be brought down. He's going to pick up a yard or 2 here, but that was tremendous defense by Liam Castle. It's going to be 4th and about 1.
Well, another tough decision here for Coach Bellis, but obviously way back in your own territory, you got to punt the ball away. You're tempted to go for it, but he's got the punt unit out ready to punt that ball away.
And you always talk about, just field position in these situations, so critical, and you got a great punter in Kersilik. And probably his shortest punt of the night, out of bounds near the 33, but it does the job.
And there's another late flag on the field over there. I didn't see what the call was. I have a feeling it was a sideline warning for the Pinnacle coaching staff getting out onto the field.
Only a roughly 35-yard punt. And so now Pinnacle down 34-21. And they are led by their quarterback, and he's not afraid to run the ball.
Well, the Lowery didn't show much patience there. He had a big seam that opened up early on, so he took it and got a nice 5-yard gain.
This time Hamilton's defense with David DeSilva stepping up on the tackle. Number 5, one of the top linebackers in the East Valley, and that puts him in a 3rd and 3. From the 43-yard line, Lowery with a quick hitch to the near side. The ball is caught. That quick pass, and on a slant pattern, complete to Jaramillo, his second catch, and a first down to the 49.
Well, the Huskies played kind of loose on the slot receiver there, and that's what Lowery saw, and he pumped it right in there for the nice little first down throw.
He's going to take off with this one and pick up 6 to the 45 of Hamilton. The Huskies lead it 34-21. Second down and 4. And Lowery throwing downfield, and he had a man, and he dropped the ball. It was Kulis Rose who was trying to run with the ball before he made the catch.
Very nice throw by Lowery, but Rose definitely should have brought that ball in, and this is a key play right here in this game. 3rd down and about 3-4 for the Pioneers.
Sam Haggard was the free safety that may have got a hand in there too. And he throws complete to the Hamilton 30, and that's enough for the first down. 15 yards is Mayberry. And Banaszewski, penalty marker is down.
Two men in motion there, 2 men moving at the same time, and that is a big penalty for the Pioneers. Instead of having a first down around the 30-yard line, they back up to midfield and bring up a 3rd and 9.
A crucial penalty against Pinnacle. So now they're back to the 50, as Coach said, and now Lowery. And he sets up a little bubble screen. Rose inside the 45, the 40, and he's going to pick up the first down. He's still on his feet. And boy, what a clutch play there by Kulis Rose. Well executed and a first down.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. It was really well executed by the entire Pinnacle offense. They faked the screen to the back, swinging to the right, and complete the inside screen with the lineman able to get downfield in front of the wide receiver.
Well, they fumble the exchange here as we go to quarter number 4. Hamilton 34-21. Don't go anywhere. We got some great action still to come. All right, 4th quarter action here. We're back at Pinnacle High School. Hamilton 34, Pinnacle 21, but they're marching and looking at a 2nd down and 12. And Lowery looking much more confident here in this second half than he did the first half, and he fires a gem over there to the far side. Robinson makes the catch, and they're down to the 12-yard line. 3rd down, and this may net them the first down. Emmanuel Byram was in on that play. They bring him in on those 3rd and short yardage, 6'1", 221-pounder.
Yeah, he's a big boy in there, and they didn't get a lot, but they punched out the first down to give him a new set.
And now they run it, and there's Byram again getting in there with 98. A couple of others there for Hamilton, including number 7, Tristan Vance.
Well, key possession here for Pinnacle. They're down 2 scores. Critical for them to get a touchdown on this drive.
This is the 10th play of the drive. Lowery into the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Adam Turner.
And Jalen Parsons for Hamilton barely missed knocking that ball away, and the ball got right past his fingertips, and Turner able to catch that ball in the end zone. Big score for the Pioneers.
McGuire's extra point will draw Pinnacle even closer. It's 34-28 here in the 4th quarter with 10:58 left to play in regulation.
In the coaching profession, Jeff, we call this gut check time. Hamilton was up 34-7. So they've given up 3 consecutive scores to the Pioneers. Can they get the momentum back? It's tough to change momentum in a football game, especially at this level.
And Chroma is tripped up at the 26 after a short return, about 12 yards maybe at the most on that last play. So now Hamilton, gut check time as coach said. And Szynski going for a long pass. Tried to hook up with Brandon Kersilik, his favorite receiver here tonight, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Coach Bellis going for the big play on first down. At this point, they just need a first down.
Yeah.
They need to get some momentum and confidence back in their offense.
Well, they have had 2 3-and-outs in a row going into this possession. Burke can't handle the high pass, and it's 3rd and 10. Let's see what Hamilton has up their sleeve here as they send Burke in motion, and this is going to be a big penalty if it's going against Hamilton.
And it is illegal procedure, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 15.
3rd and 15 from their own 21-yard line. We're in the 4th quarter. As Coach just said a moment ago, Hamilton led at one point at the 9:08 mark in the 3rd. They led 34-7, and now it's a 6-point game. Szynski getting out of trouble, and he's going to be forced to run and cannot get his footing as he slips near the 27-yard line. And there to make the tackle was Drew Dixon, one of their top tacklers this year.
Another great defensive series by the Pinnacle Pioneers, going to bring up a punting situation for the Huskies, and now going to put the pressure back on that Husky defense.
Kersilik in with the line of scrimmage at the 26. Need a good punt here. And he lands into a big-time kick. Boy, that went all the way down to the 25-yard line. 59 yards for Brandon Kersilik. And they really needed that.
Well, Jeff, that's a way you change momentum. You know, everybody thinks you do it with offense, you do it with defense. Special teams many times can turn the momentum back in a team's favor.
9:44 on the clock, and they come out running the ball. Nick Ferreira to the 40-yard line, a gain of 14 yards and a first down. Well, I got to admit, this Pinnacle team they still have the momentum so far in this game. Lowery will pick up close to 4 on that play.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff, this has really become an exciting game, and Hamilton's really got to check it right now. Can they make the stop? Great pursuit on that play right there.
That's a fine defensive play. Pretty much a solo tackle there by Mayberry. Would not let him go. I think Tyson Sienna was also over there. 3rd and 5. They need to get to the 50-yard, and Lowery is going to be close, but he's denied by David Da Silva and Mayberry.
And this is the decision of the night for Dana Zupke right here. He's got 4th and 1 at his own 49, and they're going to go for it.
Making a statement here at home as they trail by 6. 4th quarter action, and we got movement on that front wall. Tyson Sienna says it's against the offense. And so does the line judge, or the official to the near side. And now do they bring in the punting unit?
I think you got to bring the punting unit in now, 4th and 6, and they do.
Yep.
They want to see if they can change field position. There's still plenty of time left in this game.
Fair caught by Chroma inside the Hamilton 30. A 28-yard punt, no return. Hamilton 3 and out on 3 straight possessions.
And Coach Bellis cannot be pleased with the execution of his offensive unit this second half.
And this defense, you read their body language. They just seem like they got recharged here in the second half, and that proves it. That point solidly. That's a tackle for loss on Ari Johnson, and 52 got in there. Kelly Higgins. No gain on the play. 2nd down. Hamilton, Szynski complete to the near side. A late flag coming in as Burks makes the play and pushed out of bounds just outside the 35, holding against the offense.
Yeah, the left tackle for the Huskies was definitely holding the defensive end. He was starting to lose his positioning on the defensive end, and he grabbed onto him, and that's a huge call. That would have been 3rd and short. Now we got 2nd and long for the Huskies.
That's 2nd and, well, right around 20. And, well, they almost a quarterback draw on the pass, and the completed pass to Kyler Burke up to the 26. So they get close to 10 yards back.
Well, Burke hid in there very well, snuck behind his offensive lineman, and caught that little middle screen and picked up half the yardage. So if they can get 10 more, they can knock out a first down.
And James is going back to pass, and that's going to be ruled incomplete.
That was fortunate for Hamilton. That could have been a fumble. I think that's that old tuck rule that we heard many, many years ago, Oakland Raiders and New England Patriots. I still don't understand what that rule means, but incomplete pass.
Krasilik. And boy, does he really put one into this one. It's going to roll out of bounds inside the 3. Now they're going to mark it out of bounds at the 4. It was a 70-yard punt.
Well, Jeff, if Hamilton can hold on to this score, the star of the game is number 80. With his punting ability, his kickoff ability, besides his receiving ability, he has kept the field position in Hamilton's favor all night long.
What a tremendous job by the senior punter, wide receiver. And now throwing out of his own end zone, Lowerke long and deep, and it is caught. Did he have 1 foot in? And they are going to say he made the catch. Unbelievable.
Incredible is my word for it. Adam Turner, how did he find that ball and keep his feet in bounds? And we thought this game was over at halftime. Wow, Jeff, this is amazing.
It was 34-7 at one point, and now it's a 6-point game with Pinnacle on offense. And they are marching down after a 46-yard pass play. Lowerke to Turner, who had the touchdown reception on their last possession. And Lowerke's going to take the quarterback sack. Peart will be credited with his 3rd sack of the year.
Well, huge play by Peart. He read that play. He saw the quarterback did not give the ball to the dive back. He stayed right at home, and Lowerke, when he went to cut, slipped and fell to bring up 3rd and 10.
The turf here does seem to be slippery. 3rd and 10. Lowerke stepping up in the pocket, flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run. Can he pick up the first? He does. He's still on his feet. He's inside the 30, and he's all the way down to the Hamilton 26-yard line. Morris Chroma on the tackle.
Well, this is the kind of quarterback that gives defensive coordinators ulcers. Your defense can do everything right. They can cover the receiver. They can rush their hearts out at the quarterback. But with his great athleticism, he's able to make something out of nothing. And a huge, huge gain, bringing up 1st and 10 at the plus 26-yard line. And tremendous pressure right now on that Hamilton defense.
Well, defensive coordinator since 2003, Lane Reynolds. He's also the freshman coach. Handoff right up the gut. And I'll tell you, this team has got a 1st and goal to go. And it looks like this Hamilton defense is tiring, and they're just going to run it right at them here on 1st and goal and get it down to the 5.
Well, look at all the fans standing along the fence line. There, nobody's left this game, I'll tell you that.
Pinnacle lost to Hamilton twice last year, but they are knocking on the door, and they have busted the door in. They have scored, and they have tied the game up. After being down 34-7 with 9:08 left to play in the 3rd, the Pioneers have tied the mighty Hamilton Huskies.
And that was Justin Mandrola on the counter play.
Mandrola's 2nd touchdown of the night.
And Jeff, before the extra point started here, they blew it dead, and Hamilton's got 12 men on the field.
So an illegal participation.
They're going to have to kick it again. They're going to have to kick it again because they blew the play dead.
For the lead. And for the first time here tonight, the Pinnacle Pioneers lead it 35-34. Total pandemonium here at Pinnacle High School. We're in North Scottsdale. Look at the crowd, Coach.
They are really into it, and who can blame them? What a tremendous comeback, but the Huskies still have plenty of time left, and they don't need a touchdown. They just need a score. If they can put a field goal on the board and run this clock, they can still pull this game out.
And it looks like Hamilton will be starting at their own 35-yard line. So this is the first time that Hamilton has trailed this late in the game. They trailed 3-0 last week to Brophy in the first quarter, but this is the first time that they've trailed when it counted.
So 3.5 minutes to go, Jeff. Ball at their own 35, and they're going to the air game.
And let's see how confident they are. Burke dancing at the 38, still on his feet, out of bounds near midfield. That's a first down.
Well, very good call there on a first down throw. Jeff, they've had terrible difficulty running the ball, especially on early downs this second half. So nice job by Coach Bellis going to the air on first down.
Kuzinski back to pass with time, and it's complete, and he finds Kersilik, who's now inside Pinnacle territory, marked down at the 49.
That's going to bring up about a 2nd and 4, 2nd and long 3. We'll see if they stick with the air game or maybe go with the fly sweep here to number 4. Burke, option.
Burke inside the 45, and then that last little burst, the afterburner, got him the first down.
Well, I like that concept. I mentioned it earlier in the game of having 3 receivers to one side. You're getting an advantage on the perimeter blocking, and they get the ball outside and get a nice gain for the first down.
Now Kuzinski. And he will throw, and this is going to be only for a couple of yards. The catch made by Burke. Burke's made a lot of plays here tonight. Hasn't had the big gainer like he did in each of the first 2 weeks. Now 2nd down and 7. And running the option, and Kuzinski's going to be wrapped up. Looked like he got it back to the line of scrimmage. Good defense here by Pinnacle, led by number 90, Jonathan Hebness.
And Rico Tipton was disappointed he didn't get the pitch on that play.
He's got a fall on the ball, and that is a monster play here for Pinnacle. Hamilton lost major yardage on that play, and I don't know what happened, whether your quarterback lost sight of the ball, took his eye off the ball, and now you're looking at 4th down and the game on the line. 4th and long, and Kuzinski going for the home run ball deep down the field, and Kyler Berg makes the catch at the 10-yard line, and it's a fresh set of downs. What a clutch play in recent years for the Hamilton Huskies, and that one goes better than 40 yards.
There were 3 Pinnacle defenders around Burke, and Burke goes up and takes the ball away. Unbelievable. Now at this point, if you're Pinnacle or you're Hamilton, you want to run that clock down as far as you can before scoring.
Burke gets the inside handoff and goes nowhere. Just a safe run. 50 on the tackle, Scoville. We're inside of a minute with 52.3 ticks left. Hamilton trails by 1, 35-34.
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining, Jeff.
And Kuzinski going for the corner of the end zone, incomplete. Dangerous play there.
Well, and this is where, as I mentioned earlier at the start of this drive, they do not need the touchdown. They have a kicker they really have confidence in. He's missed 2 early extra points, but he's made some good kicks recently, and they could set up for the field goal. Looks like this play is going to be called dead.
This is a timeout. Hamilton, so they got 1 left, trailing by 1.
Well, Jeff, what a football game. 47 seconds left. You can see it there on the clock. You can see that Hamilton is now out of timeouts. Pinnacle still has 2, but this is the play of the game.
So now James back to pass, looking left, and in the corner, broken up, incomplete. And now they'll bring on Dylan Brown, the junior left-footed kicker. attempting a 29-yard field goal. Lockhart the hold. The kick is up. And a kick is good. And Hamilton has regained the lead, and the pandemonium reigns on this side.
Well, Jeff, I don't know if you noticed, but one of the officials under the upright was staring real long time at that ball, and he kind of hesitated before he made the call. So I think that ball got barely inside the right upright, but it all counts.
So Dylan Brown comes through, and now Kersting. Now I thought I heard a whistle. Line drive kick. And this one's going to be fielded back at the 5. Good return to the 30, but then Hamilton closed it off. David De Silva, so good in special teams. 32 is in there, Mauricio.
Well, now we flip it the other way. Pinnacle only needs a field goal to win this game. 30 seconds. You got a great high school quarterback leading your offense. You got 2 timeouts remaining. They obviously need to get big chunks of yardage, but this is an offense that can get it done.
So they spread the offense with one single setback. Lowery to the air, looking right, throwing right, and did the ball get caught? No, it did not. It's incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Well, when you throw an underneath route like that, you got to get completions and you got to get out of bounds. Bringing up 2nd and 10, Lowery's got to try to get a bigger chunk of yardage with this next throw.
Lowery to the air, looking downfield, and he'll throw it underneath, and he's going to find his favorite receiver, Turner. Now the clock will stop with the moving of the chains. That's a 15-yard pickup. Let's see if they call one here nonetheless. 15 seconds left to go.
And they did use their second to last timeout. They've got 1 remaining with 15.8, as you can see, left on the clock. And trying to set themselves up for the game-winning field goal.
Now just to reset, Hamilton led 34-7 with 9 minutes to go in the third. They gave up the lead. 35-34, Dylan Brown came down, got the 29-yard field goal.
Right.
And now 1st and 10 from their own 48. Lowery going for a home run ball. He had a man who had beaten the coverage, had him about, a good yard or 2 behind the coverage.
Oh, my goodness. 0 pressure on the quarterback that time. The Hamilton defensive front is exhausted, Jeff. They are not getting any pressure in the last 2 plays, and the receiver, as you said, was wide open. And again, no pressure this time.
Lowery, he's going to be dropped, and that may just do it. They got 1 timeout left, and they're going to have to use it. Well, that time, and that would be, even though it wasn't a sack, that was just great coverage.
That was great coverage down the field. There was very little pressure on the quarterback, as I mentioned, but Lowery had to bring the ball down, and the defensive line was able to corral him and hit him for a 2-yard gain. And now this is the last play of the game. They cannot get themselves in position for a field goal unless there's a penalty on this particular play.
Well, it's 3rd and 8, and Pinnacle down by 2. Lowery is going to heave it deep down the field, going for the end zone. The ball is going to be intercepted by Brandon Kersting, and the ball game is over as Hamilton prevails and wins it 37-35. What a finish here at Pinnacle High School. And the Hamilton Huskies go to 3-0, dropping Pinnacle to 2-1.
This is a great victory, obviously, for the Huskies, but you got to give tremendous credit to the character of the Pinnacle Pioneer football team. Down 34-7 in the third quarter to come back and take the lead with 3.5 to go, Jeff. I can't remember. I've seen a lot of football games.
Yeah.
I can't remember a high school, especially football game, where a team came back from that big a deficit to take the lead, especially against a dominant powerhouse program like the Hamilton Huskies. Hamilton finished it. They got it done. Brown made the key kick at the end of the game. They got the key long a conversion pass on 4th and 20. Burke makes an incredible catch in coverage, but oh boy, they're going to thank their lucky stars over in Hamilton, in Chandler area tonight.
Absolutely. So Hamilton again wins it 37-35. This has been a presentation of APN Video Sports.